like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. In motion, Hill. Looking to pass. Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Tua.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
And Tua is going to change things up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He'll hit Mostert again here.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
Tua on 4th down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road.
How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
20, TX.
Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Tua going to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's another Dolphins first down and 10 yards to go.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. That swung out to Mostert. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Come on, maintain that mental toughness. Let's go. Teamwork makes the dream work. Come on, guys. Yeah, we can work for it. It's all about teamwork. What?
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looks to the sideline and has Mims, who makes a catch. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Come on, boys. Fair. Bang out. Bam. Punch left.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A 50-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games, sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Dolphins 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to it.
yards shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They fake the handoff. Now Tua steps away. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Watch it, Oscar.
Tua sets up to pass it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's got it down to the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Tua throwing quickly to Wilson.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On first down, Wilson. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mims in motion left.
And this one complete again to Mims. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 14. And the Broncos first down.
Now Wilson on first down.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Denver.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on fourth. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Broncos add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Wilson wants to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Go ahead.
Now a 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
You're a moron.
We watching the same game?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Tua. He's got a man, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your...
I can get it gone in a blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Rap money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. Little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide, stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at?
They couldn't see me coming with binoculars. Even if they did, tell me who the was stopping us. The options keep popping up. Cops trying to lock us up. When it's out the picture, but it ain't no Diddy cropping this. Sorry, officer, I'm a hood philosopher. In the open all the chakras up the block inside it and molten lava. Check your thermometers. These rats is synonymous to climates in Guatemala, bro. Bet your bottom dollar your favorite rapper to get devoured. Sign his death certificate quick. Like sayonara. In fact, it's better if he quit and save himself a problem. He ain't got a chance to shout and tell me get him any.
Gone in the blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at?
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gon' do. If you gon' build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get the figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh, ooh. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, vibe, vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, vibe, vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through, the bag in the G. You ain't with the vibe, vibe, vibe. Don't waste my time, time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sick in it. Tired for it and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, vibe, vibe. Man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, vibe, vibe. All that I got time for. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through, the bag in the G. You ain't with the vibe, vibe, vibe. Don't waste my time, time. You give me peace of my mind, and you get piece of the ride, and you can see in design, and never really the pride. Allegories and passion, that is the reason why I wanna keep it in thighs. All that I see is a line. We got a fit, that's a drip. She in my wrist, that's a freezer. Give me assist, give me teamwork, keep it consistent, for the distance.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boy striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my raptures, you have offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Bill.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested or wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight.